The 10 most interesting facts about China you probably didn't know. China is one of the oldest civilizations in the world and has a long history. The country was ruled by various dynasties and kingdoms until it became a republic in 1912. The country went through many changes, but it always managed to keep its traditions. This video will give you 10 fun facts about China that you might not know of. 1. The Great Wall of China is the longest man-made structure in the world. The Great Wall of China is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It was built to protect against nomadic tribes' invasions from the north. The Great Wall stretches for more than 13,000 miles, but it was not always this long. The wall has been rebuilt and repaired many times over the years. Construction on the wall started more than 2,000 years ago and continued off and on for about 1,500 years. 2. China has one of the highest rates of dog ownership in the world. It's no surprise that China has one of the highest rates of dog ownership in the world. It's estimated that about 44% of households have at least one dog. This is partly due to the fact that pet dogs are seen as a status symbol, and many private enterprises also provide free dog insurance packages to their employees. 3. China is home to 1/5 of all humans on Earth, making it the most populous country on Earth. China is a densely populated country, with over 1.4 billion people. It's the world's most populous country. It is also the world's second largest economy by nominal GDP. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world, with a GDP that has grown for over 2 decades consecutively. The nation's growth is powered by manufacturing and exports, and has created a large consumer class with increasing international spending power. 4. The Forbidden City covers 720 acres and has 9,999 rooms. The Forbidden City is a palace in Beijing, China. It served as the home of the emperors from 1420 until 1924. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a museum that attracts millions of tourists every year from all over the world. 5. The Chinese fortune cookie is not a traditional Chinese food. Chinese fortune cookies were actually invented in San Francisco in the early 1900s. Fortune cookies are a popular treat enjoyed in many cultures around the world. Though most people assume that fortune cookies originated in China, they were actually invented in San Francisco in the early 1900s by Japanese-American baker, Charles Young. He made the cookies for a New Year's party in 1916 and soon became a regular at parties and celebrations. 6. The Chinese New Year is the most important festival in China and lasts for 15 days. People celebrate it with fireworks, traditional food, and other family activities. The Chinese New Year starts on the first day of the first month on the lunar calendar, new moon, and ends after 15 days with the Yuan Shao festival, when thousands of paper lanterns are released into the sky. 7. More than half of all people who live in China are under 35 years old. It's no secret that China has an enormous population. But what might be more surprising is that more than half of the people who live there are under the age of 35. In fact, this age group makes up about 60% of China's workforce. This is the largest percentage of young people in any country in the world. This is a result of the one-child policy enacted by Deng Xiaoping and his successors. With the booming youth population, China has become a world leader in various industries such as manufacturing, e-commerce, technology and finance. 8. China is also home to some of the most breathtaking natural wonders. One of China's natural wonders is the Big Buddha. It is a giant statue of Buddha sitting on top of the Tian Tan Buddha Temple, on Lantau Island, Hong Kong. The temple was constructed in 1993 following the local tradition of building temples in front of statues, and it took 3 years to complete. The statue itself is 14 meters tall and weighs 350 tons. 9. The world's oldest noodles were made in China and date back to the 2nd century BC. Noodles are one of the most popular international foods. The Chinese were the first to create noodles back in the 2nd century BC, and today, over 1 billion servings of noodles are eaten each day worldwide. They come in all shapes, sizes, and flavors and can be made from wheat flour or rice flour. 10. The Chinese language has no alphabet, and is instead made up of symbols that represent different sounds. Chinese writing is not based on an alphabet, but rather a pictorial representation of the words in the language. This makes it notoriously difficult for non-Chinese speakers to learn, as there are over 50,000 different characters to memorize in the traditional Chinese. The Chinese alphabet is one of the oldest written languages in the world. There are many interesting facts about China that we could have included in this video, but we hope that these 10 will provide you with an idea about what makes China such a fascinating and diverse country.